suppose I should tell you about this party I found myself in. There's Cadmus, a fire genasi and evocation wizard. Smart lad, though seems to be a couple marbles short. Bella, or Baby. She's young and energetic, one of the bird folk. Has a knack for instruments and helping others out. Kai, a water genasi and local to these parts. They've got a handy set of skills, though I can't really go.
You know what? It's because I didn't put on. I didn't hit the
I
thing.
hear you now.
Yeah, damn it. But yeah, well, that all that content was for y'all. You know, screw everybody else.
Good test run for the intro.
I don't want to do it again. Hey man, we're hanging out. We're playing D&D. Bob's Bountiful Bakery. Breaded bagels. The special on Bob's little board is the bouquet. It's a really poorly bouquet. It's like it's got a hamburger bun, but it has like egg and then like bacon sticking out and sausage and ham. It's like a bouquet of like breakfast bun. He's just trying something out.
Four, please.
you, if you buy it for. Okay. But yeah, what is y'all's plans? Y'all had some ideas of either staying or going, and yeah, that's where we're at.
Somebody say something.
Hello?
Okay, yep, we sound great.
Awesome.
Lovely.
Ba-ba-ba. What are y'all gonna do, folks?
Well, Kai mentioned some sort of wall that the deacon man was looking at.
Oh, yes, pardon me. I had completely forgotten. I had something else on my mind. Yes, Solomon, when we found you captured by the deacon folk, I vaguely remember Grego staring at a wall. I'm not entirely sure what the wall's purpose was, but I've got a bit of a gut feeling it'd be some sort of tunnel or something along those lines.
Yeah, I remember they were just staring at it, mumbling to themselves.
Indeed.
So you're wanting to investigate that area?
Yes, pardon, did I call you Solomon instead of Ismark a moment ago? If so, I deeply apologize.
Well, I actually wasn't sure if who you were talking to.
No,
I do recall the scenario that you were describing, so I figured I would just.
I do apologize. I was referring to you, Ismark. That is mere slip of the tongue.
Not a problem. I'm used to it. Happens to me all the time. Just kind of got a forgettable face.
Oh, that is my lead.
Comes in handy though.
Indeed.
Okay, so if you want to check out this wall, I totally am down for that. Where are you hoping it leads to?
There's always the possibility it leads to the next level.
And is that your goal, Kai, is to get to the next level and continue the hunt of the werewolves and all?
Indeed, I've said this before, I will say it again. I want to keep those roads safe.
See, I think when you said that the first time, I thought you meant the roads that were being harassed outside of Ithaca, the caravan roads.
I did intend that as well.
Oh, okay.
Trade is something that is particularly important.
Yeah.
I want to make sure it's not entirely disrupted.
Sure, sure. What about the rest of you? Are you looking to get up into level 2? We're already feeling pretty overmatched around here. I'm sure level 2 is going to be some, whole nother, level. What are the rest of y'all thinking about trying to keep advancing and tracking our quarry?
Not entirely sure. Be interested to hear what the rest of you are thinking, but kind of just I'm kind of content here at least for the moment. But the werewolves are a problem. I believe
If
Solomon and I might be able to advance. Sorry, Kilgar, go ahead.
sorry, um, if the werewolves still pose a threat, then I wouldn't mind going up there. They clearly aren't, what's the word? The safest for the city. I'm getting slightly more posh with this accent. Getting a bit more Australian.
I appreciate that.
But I wouldn't mind joining you. The only question is if the tunnel actually leads there.
Oh,
If it doesn't,
indeed.
then I'm not quite sure what we're going to do.
Quite. I do fear that I'm sending us wild a goose hunt, as it were.
Deacon
Yes.
home base.
So let's say the wall with Deacon does not get us to level 2.
Mm-hmm.
We discussed earlier in the day trying to sneak into level 2, but we have a pretty good guess that there's some like magical resistances to trespassers.
Quite.
So even like a stealthy approach might not work, right? Drayton said that Drayton acknowledged that he needs us, that we should get there to help, but he told us to be patient. So whatever that means, and not one of my strengths. um so without Drayton, without like a secret tunnel or following a tree kind of miracle, I think we're left with just like good old fashioned trying to gain the favor of the houses, or a house that you focus on, and just try to get in there the old fashioned way. That is, of course, unless I think out of character we have a good idea that Solomon is placed in Ithaca. I think that's come up, right?
I can't remember.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Like,
because he was
do
part of
we
your loan.
know that Solomon's like a somebody yet?
I don't know if he told
Yeah.
all of us.
Yes, because remember he's a part of your loan.
Yeah, I did try
Yep.
to leverage him for that. So unless that was Dave messing up.
Well, we'll just
And
say it's canon that you know something.
So assuming we know at least a hint towards Solomon being a somebody, that is of course unless like one by one or as a group or whatever, Solomon could like take us with him into level 2.
Possible. It's certainly possible.
What really do we know about getting into level 2? There's like a portal we pass through.
Did we?
Or a force field.
Yes, a force field.
Closer to a force field, yes. It's akin to the field that blocks magic and shops, just far stronger.
Meaning, if you don't belong, it rejects you.
That's what I am to understand, yes.
If we can find wonder if we can find a way to, if one of us is able to bypass that, if they're able to bring others with them.
Yeah, that is worth investigating. And like, what do you need, if anything, to not trigger that force field from rejecting you? Like, do you literally have to have these loyalty tokens on your person when you walk through it? Or wasn't there talk about being able to like deposit them in a bank account or something? So there's some way that that is measured and you are allowed to pass or not, right? Or am I missing something?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
Okay, so we can check out the wall. That's the first thing we can look at. And then we should try to inquire as to if we're able to, like, get a ride into the next level, right? Otherwise, right now, the only thing I can think of is just earning ourselves in the old-fashioned way.
Indeed.
And with regard to that, didn't we, don't we know that a few of the families, would possibly advance us, if, certain measures were taken against House Deacon?
Yeah. So, but in order, like Galandis, right? Galandis wanted help knocking Deacon down a peg or two, but in order for that to help us, do all of us, need to join House Galandis? Can we get the loyalty points without being in the house?
That's a question for me.
I mean, I guess Xandar gave us tokens.
Yeah.
So, and we're not part of House Xandar, so theoretically you could earn tokens without being in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, it's possible.
Yeah. So you know, like the other houses, like Tanakh and such, they need other assistance because Tanakh's mainly a religious group, and you know there might be some assets that can be loaned out for each of them. You know, you can gain loyalty through other means by being positively forward towards other groups. It doesn't it's supposed to be like working with each other to get what they need. And some people just say no and then just don't take no for an answer, unfortunately.
So it's literally like friendship tokens.
I mean, yeah.
Like working together, helping people out.
That's how you gain trust in general.
Yeah. Trust tokens. Okay. Is that kind of what you were saying, Cadmus? Sorry if I diverted your thought.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about something else.
You were getting at something else? What? Sorry, I missed it. What was it?
No. I wasn't getting at anything else.
Okay.
Kind of caught me off guard. A little bit. Like, not sure if we did a good enough job, they might accept us into the house and give us a reason to be here.
Yeah. One second. I need to take another bite of this.
What a tasty bone K that is.
Okay.
Well, I have a suggestion.
Yes.
If Drayton is requiring us to come to the second floor with him, and he's going to possibly take us, and our only requirement is to be patient, we could do other things such as investigate the wall and such like that. So perhaps while we get other things done, we could eventually be taken straight to floor 2. It would only just take a bit more time.
That's true.
I'm still unsure of how much time we have, but that is a good idea.
I'm sure we could message him somehow.
Possibly.
As I look, no, we need a long rest to do that for me.
What time of day is it? It's like late, right?
Yeah, it's late afternoon. Yeah.
Do we want to do anything else today, or do we want to kind of call it in?
Is it the same day as like that fight we had
Which fight? The one with.
with
Yes.
Clone?
Yes, it is.
Or what? Are all of you tapped out for the day?
I've got a few things, but not a ton.
Perhaps we do some investigation in the morning, unless anyone has anything they need to do.
Nothing tonight, I'm afraid, and Ismark is still chowing down on his bone K.
Oh, he
Very
does
good.
that sometimes.
Indeed. It's
Fair point.
particularly full, his mouth. Oh, wait, he appears to be swallowing.
Usually when
Smells
Breathe,
so
man,
good.
breathe.
That's just so
Hey.
good.
Hey, Solomon's here!
Solomon's been here the whole time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know, but Solomon finally opened his eyes and his ears and all the.
Open his eyes.
Hey, you finally awake.
Solomon, you can take a break from your cat. I think Shako's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so Solomon, you've been paying attention this entire time, obviously. So what do you think?
That's messed up.
I'll be honest with you. It's been quite a lot to take in. Kind of looks over maybe to Kilgore. What do you think first?
Well, I just spoke to
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Back to
as I was saying. I suggested that Drayton has requested us to be patient and that maybe he would take us to the second floor. And in the meantime, we do other things such as investigate the wall, or, I saw a very lovely flower shop not too far away. That is also an option. Or any other personal matters that you all had. That's the gist of what I said, Solomon.
Well said, Kilgore.
Good.
I really liked how you said it. I just really wanted to hear it again. All right.
I think that makes sense. We wait, but we don't wait idly. We actively,
Yes.
work towards our goals while we wait.
All right, so in terms of goals, there's the wall, the flower shop. Not sure why the. Never mind. All right, so the wall, the flower shop, and the anything else?
The campaign against House Deacon
Right.
and the establishment of the Protectorate, bringers of enforcement,
True.
protection,
way,
and justice.
By the way, in terms of the whole what's it called campaign against Deacon, what are we thinking? Do we want to find documentation against them? Do we want to remove certain members from from the board? Like, in what way do we want to go against them?
I believe that House Sandar said that we couldn't really do much without evidence against them. And if I'm not mistaken, investigating the wall may have direct ties into House Deacon, since they were so interested in it.
Yes, absolutely. Galandis made it sound like they just wanted their power, their influence in level 1 diminished, like kind of like the balance of power is getting out of whack in level 1. And it sounded like the council was unwilling to do anything about it. So I had also thought of maybe having a chat, maybe coerced, maybe free, with a low-level Deacon member, and just try to gain information on how we could upset the power that they're establishing. You know, just information gathering with the
Wait.
chance of coercion.
Based on how difficult it is to get in the house, getting someone to flip on their own house would probably be fairly difficult.
Sure, yeah, the right leverage would need to be used for sure.
What kind of leverage are you thinking?
The kind that bleeds, usually.
Alright, I wasn't going there immediately. I was going to say if you're thinking money, I'm flat broke, but no, okay.
Sorry, another bite.
My god,
I
he takes
guess-
such large bites.
He does. He takes so long to chew them. Oh, it's a good thing he
There's
can't
already
hear us when he's
problems.
chewing.
What a quirk.
Have you ever noticed that? He seems to like go deaf when he's chewing.
Indeed, it's quite odd. I have no idea why that could even be.
Like that. That's just such a weird thing.
It is. It truly is.
But you can almost see like a magical cover come off of his ears whenever he's finished, so
Indeed.
that he can hear.
But you can never see that color after he's done. It's quite odd.
Does anyone else want to buy anything?
AJ, sorry, where are we? We're in the bakery still?
Yeah, you guys are in the bakery.
In my head, we've just been in some nebulous white space until.
Floating between worlds.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, okay.
Do you have a coffee? No, wait, no, you're a bakery. Sorry.
I mean, we only got like black and sugar and milk, and that's it. Like, we don't got any cool other things because we used to use the other supplies for the baked goods.
Actually, it is a bit late for a coffee. Just a. You know what he's having? He seems to be enjoying it quite a bit.
Oh, so good.
Ismark, you're finally done chewing.
Yep, sorry.
No, don't worry.
Out of character, so the audience doesn't think I'm socially awkward. Well, I might be socially awkward, but not because of this. My cat just scratched my kid, so.
Oh.
So crying waterworks a big.
Fred, no.
Freaking
No
Fred, man.
How dare!
I know. All right, what's up? All right. Good. It was the last one though. I already ate all 4.
Ah, damn it. Alright. Also, with regard to establishing the... Sorry, what did you call it? The Protectorate?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a headquarters? Like a place that we, as a group, might be able to go and stay?
I do. Yeah, Adrian. Are we saying I already made these purchases?
I was gonna say you make it like tomorrow.
You want me to get it officially tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've
You
got
have,
some
like-
things.
You can go
lined
to
up.
the empty lot.
Yeah. I've got some things lined up. I've made some handshake agreements for a facility. It's actually relatively cheap to purchase the facility. It's 750 gold pieces for the property. But
Jesus.
that would be all of my funds. So I'm probably gonna have to rent it. Unfortunately, it's 75 gold pieces every 10 days, so it would be much more beneficial to own. But a problem for tomorrow.
How'd you come across such money?
Oh, I got a loan at the bank. But speaking of, what were you doing while we were at the bank?
Finding puzzle pieces.
Puzzle pieces. Like the
Yeah.
children's game?
Not exactly, and you do see like a little bit of a faraway look getting Kevin eye. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, nothing major. Just went for a walk.
But nothing pertinent to our plans or our goals.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
well, slight chance, trying to think how to put this to where, fuck it.
It's best if you just say it.
Alright. Well, it would appear that, in a past life, I was someone who, made certain decisions, and, those decisions had consequences, and if anyone finds me now, they'll likely, kill me. Or kidnap me, or, I'm actually not entirely sure, he didn't exactly say.
But you're safely tucked away in Ithaca, right, where people can't really get to you.
Well, that's the thing. The people that are hunting me are, let me put it this way, I was safer in Elderon.
Oh, so your enemies are within the Ithaca walls.
I'm pretty sure my enemies are pretty much the ethical wolves.
Huh. Well, now wait a second then. Were you? I know from what BB and Drayton have maybe said offhand. You're missing some chunks up there. But
Right, I realized that I never fully explained that. Alright, so let's see. So we've all known each other for about a week. God, it seems like so much of a longer time. Before about 3 months ago, I can't even remember anything. Well, I get flashes every now and then, but that's about it.
no memory, you say.
Nope.
So, while we're at the bank, you went somewhere and learns that you have enemies that you don't even remember here in Ithaca.
Mm-hmm. That about sums it up. I had a flash that that I used to be one of the higher ups in House Mortimer.
Higher up in House Mortimer.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't those the folk trying to buy up all the magic items?
They are. On a side
Like,
note,
yeah.
are any of you good with codes and puzzles?
Not particularly.
Um, no.
Why do
Solomon?
you ask?
Sorry, I couldn't get to my mute button. I was like going through tab. Where is it? Where is it? I was trying to find my notes to catch up. Yeah, I think Solomon would probably kind of indicate that he's fond of a riddle or two. Oh, fond of a puzzle or two. Yeah.
Right. Well, we're moving against House Deacon, yeah?
Sounds like that one way or the other.
I don't know what it is, but I have something that, uh, from what I can gather, that Mortimer had that house, and it might be something against Deacon.
Information?
Sorta. It's and I don't pull it out. I just tap the closed book that's on my lap.
Wait. Let's go to the spa to discuss this.
Well, as I'm saying this, like I'm just kind of tapping it, like like doing what's it called, like rolling my fingers, like so that it just looks like a nervous tick. But you do hear a German on the book, and I just go, it's not entirely sure what's in it.
Have you tried opening it?
All right, should have been that's on me. I should have been more clear. Not exactly sure what it says.
Like it's in a different language.
No, it's in common.
You don't know how to read?
Thought you read or you know how to write.
No, Cadmus, I understand. You're not entirely sure of the exact meaning of what's written.
Thank you.
Of course.
Um, it's a code.
Oh,
Code.
Code.
Like a list of rules one is kind of called to live by.
No, as in you say pineapple and you say pineapple and I know that to mean gold piece.
Oh, akin to Thieves' Card.
Oh.
Something like that, except it's also the letters are mixed up and it's weird. It's a very complex code. Um, Unfortunately, I haven't had any luck with it as of yet.
Interesting. Why do you think it might pertain to Deacon?
A reliable source told me.
maybe one of us can decipher what it says. What does it say?
Well, there's quite a few pages.
Oh,
There's a lot.
and I'm assuming
And
it's more than just a letter substitution.
Indeed.
Hmm.
I take it you've probably made at least a few attempts.
I
How long have you spent?
well, I never knew the importance before today. So I never really took it seriously. I thought it was just uh me and my past, or either being a not so crazy person, or someone else being a not so crazy person. And so I never really took it seriously. I just kind of I'd glance at it every now and then, But earlier when you all were having the conversation, that's what I was looking at. That's why I wasn't really paying attention.
Solomon will maybe kind of like hold out his hand across the table, you know, and kind of let me see it, kind of a thing. And say, well, and forgive me if this was already said. What exactly tipped you off that it was actually contains a hidden message if it's written in a language in common?
Just a moment. Don't get me wrong. Not that I don't trust you. I'd prefer for it to remain on my person. However, he moves his fingers, and on the table in front of you, with a minor illusion, an illusory piece of paper appears with that shorthand. That's the first page.
And
Go ahead.
Solomon wouldn't go in there, so probably still in the bakery.
Do what?
No, it was Adrian. Sorry. Yeah, I guess he'll kind of, you know, a little raise eyebrow, but nothing too offended by it, and kind of pulls his hand back and kind of leans in to look at it, and just kind of examining it. Kind of repeats the question, but kind of then phrases at the end. And I mean, specifically, you know, what was there a pattern? What makes you convinced there's more? You know, and then Solomon will try to ascertain any sort of like. I feel like the classic thing in like I remember in Zodiac is like the code breakers will look for like a double consonant or double, you know, vowels, two symbols that are kind of like stacked by each other repeatedly throughout the nonsense to kind of be like, okay, well those two are probably, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Adrian, is there any pattern that kind of starts to appear? Anything I can decipher?
You're muted, Adrian.
Sorry.
Oh God, I got scared. I thought I was muted.
Sorry, that's on me.
Not again.
What's it called? You're starting to grow something. You're not able to read it, but you're slow. You have like some sort of key, or at least like you see what you said, the double letter somewhere. You know, that could be a couple things: double O, double L, double T's, double R's. It just depends. But yeah.
But enough to convince me that there is some sort of intentionality behind that, and it's not just coincidence.
It's not just gibberish.
And
Yeah, because part of me wonders, like, all right, well, maybe
is
this crazy.
this from your what book is this again? Cadmus?
This is the one that I woke up with. One sec. Where the hell is it? There it is. If you look in the Cadmus notes thing, I put it in there. It's the journal. So the third bullet point type.
The journal, the third bullet point.
Yeah. In the Cadmus notes.
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm messing with some stuff. If you're watching the stream, you're seeing people's faces slowly disappear and grow.
Oh God, we're all dying.
Okay, then I know what's talking about. The shorthand does definitely look intentional. It's not all gibberish, but I mean, right now it's going to take some time to crack for sure.
Okay, he'll kind of like after spending, probably a good few minutes to get to that point, kind of like leans back and, kind of rubs his chin, kind of now, like, ooh, now the wheels are turning. Kind of goes, yeah, I think I do see something, and kind of leans back and kind of looks back, and says, though I
Alright,
must
so I'm not-
admit,
So I'm not
with
crazy.
only, it kind of like brings up his fingers to indicate like a tiny amount, with his forefinger and thumb. He goes, but with only a piece of the puzzle, I don't think I can really help you that much.
Well, that's the thing. All I have is piece. It's a larger piece, but it's Why don't we go back to find somewhere that we can have a relative amount of privacy. I mean, all due respect, we are sitting in a restaurant right now.
Spark, do you think
Yes.
it's time for a private bath with extra steam?
I think so. Yeah.
All right then.
All right,
Head
y'all.
to the nearest Galandis establishment.
Hold on, actually, before we go, do we really think that if our concern is to be overheard, I might think that while you maybe expect us to be going to a quiet room, maybe, my concern with Glandus is that we'd be walking into an observation room.
Possible.
Pretty much completely achieving the opposite of our intention. Whereas
that is possible.
currently, the chance exists that we are being listened to. Whereas I feel if we go to the bathhouse, that will be a certainty. I personally do not trust that house.
The bathhouse. The promise was a place to lay low, so there was
rest
really
our wounds.
yeah. So there was really no promise of privacy, so
And they
much
deal
as
in
like if
knowledge.
we were wanted out on the streets, we could dip into a spa, give them the code, and have a place to lay low for an hour or so.
Salma kind of like taps his nose and points out.
So, depending on how busy Bob's is right now, yeah, we might be better off staying put.
Well, there's
What about that
always the
hideout?
place we slept last night. Yeah.
The other hideout?
Yeah.
It's known by your adversary, but I don't. But honestly, right now I'm kind of least worried about him with this knowledge, or them.
Is the hideout on the way towards the mysterious wall? Adrian?
No, it's gonna be past it. Oh yes,
Like
yes it
in the
is. Yes,
opposite
that's on
direction?
the way. That's on the way. Yeah.
Should we make our way towards the safe house and stop by the alleyway?
Sure.
Yes.
Be a good idea.
While walking towards the alleyway, Ismark's gonna kind of like look over his shoulder at the rest of the party and be like, "Hey, just because we're going back to this spot, I know things got pretty dangerous, and I was bordering between consciousness and unconsciousness, and all this. I know that something happened to me back there in the alley, but I don't exactly know what. Did anybody like witness something odd with me during that fight or anything? I know it's a weird question. I was in and out of.
You mean the when you called down lightning on Gargo? Like a shit ton of lightning?
Like more than I have previously with the werewolves?
Wait.
You could say that.
Yeah, I guess so. Guess that's what I'm talking about. I called down a bunch of lightning, huh?
Well,
I feel that's an understatement.
I believe there was a crater. A small one, but a crater.
Okay. That was a first. A first for me. I'm trying to make sense of it, is all.
But it did look like it was painful for you. You kind of shuddered and... Yeah.
Yeah, I think in that moment I wasn't in control.
Really?
Yeah.
And who was then? Any sense?
Look around for prying ears and eyes.
Roll me perception check.
Ismark's specialty.
Bella
Help him
guidance.
Bella guidance.
I'll also be like, shifty eyes.
Shifty eyes.
Shakwaze.
A
would
16
know.
with Bella's guidance, if that's how we're rolling.
No peering eyes. There's like 2 customers on the other side of where y'all are at. Because you're such a big group, they were just like, I'm just gonna, let's go find the furthest corner.
Yeah, stay away from the rascals.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. If Ismark determines that only the party is part of this conversation. Oh, well, wait. What was the question I was about to answer? By who?
You had said, yeah, you didn't feel in control. Then if you, not you.
Gotcha.
then
Okay.
no.
Before I left home, I went seeking for the ability to protect people and people I had failed to protect previously. I found that up in some mountains in a temple back home, but I accepted some sort of power, but I just don't know a lot of what I did. I don't understand much of what I committed to, what is providing these powers. I just know a name.
What's the name?
Zrin Hala.
Bless you.
DM, could I make any sort of a check about that name? I probably
will.
like the last person, but
No.
Actually,
Nothing
Adrian,
pops
how
up.
about Solomon?
Solomon has a higher chance for sure.
Yeah. Because
If
now
it
that he told me
helps-
that, my spidey sense is fucking going off, and
If
I'm
it helps,
glaring at you.
they refer to Zrin Hala as the Howling Storm.
You've heard that more in the upper circles of what's it called? Of Strahd's kind of chain of command. It doesn't, not a name of like individuals that work there, but more so that some of the higher ups that were messing around in the Amber Temple.
He kind of maybe shifts from maybe leaning back to a little more, maybe that like detective leaning in kind of a thing. It's like when this happened, you made your deal before or today or yesterday when this happened, the lightning.
yesterday I just opened myself up to kind of this. Ever since the temple, I've had kind of a pinprick of a presence in my mind. And yesterday I stopped fighting that presence, stopped guarding that presence from my mind.
Is it something that you want?
Yes, it is. Am I a bit unsettled at the idea that I don't have all the information? I don't completely understand what happened. Yes, that does make me a bit uncomfortable. But I went to this temple for the purpose of protecting people that I failed to, and I left with the ability to do that.
I think I've heard many stories that don't end well, that start just like that. It kind of says boring his eyes into you.
Yeah, Ismark nods solemnly.
Well, to be fair, it did protect us in a moment of great need. So
Yes.
thank you, Ms. Mark.
Might have been self-preservation.
Certainly.
Well, and he kind of says, "How do we know you're
Back in control.
Ismark?" Yeah. You've seen him slowly, probably especially you, slowly reaching towards, kind of under his like cloak where he kind of keeps some stuff.
I don't know how to answer that because I don't know, and I was only vaguely aware of what was happening. I was on the verge of death. I don't know if there are any indicators where you would know that it's me or not. Did anything different happen in the alleyway when I was calling down this thunder, lightning?
I do think it needs to be mentioned. The bolt struck twice. It didn't just strike Grego, it struck you as well. Whatever power this is a double-edged blade.
Yeah. Okay. Well, by that logic, as long as the weather that I wield is friendly, I know it's not much, but something.
Well,
Fair point.
I wouldn't be so quick to tap into that power then, if it's just going to harm you that gravely.
I agree. That's why I had never done it.
I suppose the only real test to check if you're really you is for you to say the code word pineapple tastes. Oh, shoot.
Pineapple.
Grego, we're going to have to get you better about that.
I'm working on it, I promise.
But I feel like me. I'm in control. The presence is just a prick in the back of my mind now.
More than before, though. Right?
What do you mean?
I think you said you left the temple with a feeling maybe pins and needles. But now, something more.
Does the presence of Zernhalla feel any stronger, Adrian, since Ismark opened himself up to?
I guess since you're checking on it now, um, it's not like you're still in control. You've got things. It just feels like I don't know, like there's something
Does it
kind of
feel like
slightly off.
Does it feel like it has more of a foothold on my conscious than it did previous to my doing that?
Um, it's hard to tell. You didn't his foothold in you was like through your powers, right? So you haven't had spent since actually we did have a fight earlier. You felt like when fighting the clone, when using your abilities, it seemed like it had a little bit more ferocity.
Okay. Um, right now, it feels just as it did the first day, the second day. You know, when we were leaving Barovia, Solomon. However, when we were chasing the simulacrum, it was different.
How? Do you hear voices?
No, no, just the power I was wielding, the control over the Tempest was angrier, more wild.
Count looks around. Sees we're not really alone, but kind of like throws his gestures his head up towards you, like roll up your sleeves.
You want me to roll up my sleeves?
And kind of holds up his hand, rolls up his, shows you that mark he's shown you before, and repeats himself. Roll up your sleeves.
Ismark does so. Rolls up his sleeves and kind of presents his arms on the table. What is
And
this? What are you looking for?
grabs and kind of starts turning him over, pushes his clothes up further, starts looking for tattoos, marks, anything. And then Adrian, I'm gonna send you one other thing too, but I don't want to say it out loud.
Okay.
It's a simulacrum.
Gonna go.
And as far as I know, you're not finding any tattoos marks unless Adrian's about to throw a curveball.
Definitely no tattoos. Unless JJ says something juicy, we'll figure it out. I will say that, you know, on like the back shoulder blade, there is a bit of like a spider mark, if you know what that means, from like electricity going through them.
Oh no.
It's not too big. It's on the back right shoulder. Something he probably wouldn't have noticed if he, you know. And it kind of goes down the inside of his arm.
What is it you were looking for? There's no marks, no brands.
Semi's not here because I think he would Solomon seeing that would like probably look over to BB, who he knows has been to Barovia, and probably try to get her input. Like, and then maybe to the rest, kind of hasn't really said anything to you. You're now kind of being treated like a
Subject?
what yeah, like a frog on a like
Yeah.
a biology table, like to Kai and Cadmus, and kind of
I will say
push
this:
this close back.
when you look around and Ismark talks, and you haven't said anything about the Amber Temple, right?
I'm
JJ?
getting every like couple words from you, Adrian.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
So from what you're seeing, JJ, did you say anything about the Amber Temple? From the information I've given you.
Have I said anything?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I think he said some stuff. He's mentioned it, right?
Ismark said a temple.
BB would know
Oh,
what that
okay.
is then, and then BB's like, kind of looks at you with eyes, kind of like a little bit more worried than usual because she knows what those things did to her masters, her teachers.
Oh, that's foreboding.
Cadmus, do you have any thoughts on this? Does this look natural, or
What? I know I have a bit of weight to lose, but
No,
you have a-
you have this, and minor illusion of what it looks like on the back of your shoulder appears in front of you, so that you're able to see.
just trying to like reach it.
Trying to like fold up some of the fat.
Yeah, get through the folds.
Look, man, you didn't need to call me out like that.
Hey, you know why I know that? It's because I know that, okay?
Got the folds. Got the folds. Oh, that was not there 2 days ago.
2 days ago, so it was a bunch of crumbs.
Yeah, I checked because I'd spilled sauce all over.
It gave his beard a deep burgundy red for a couple hours. It was kind of a nice touch of color. Fantasizes about like, what other colors could I have? Deep black? A blonde?
It was like a jam, maybe a jam involved.
Yeah.
Going for
Oh,
magenta next, are we?
Oh, does it hurt?
No, but you feel. Actually, I don't know how it feels, but part of me imagines like some sort of like small little grooves and a tiny sting every now and then when you press down.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd have to ask it, freaking lightning bolt survivor to know what really that is, how that feels.
It only hurts a little. I'm sure it is just a result of the blowback I got in the alley.
Yep.
I've seen it happen to the wolves I've encountered in the wild. After they encounter me. But we
Someone
should
kinda like-
head to the wall.
Do you need a to-go bag? Or a to-go order?
Are you gonna put more food in it?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, you'll head off to the wall.
Already ate everything, Bob.
Alright, you head off to the wall, and the traffic that you saw when you first originally had your else fight is quite a stark difference. There's like 3 or 4 people compared to the like elbow to elbow kind of like moving around that did occur while you were down there originally. At the far end of this kind of alleyway that just cuts off into a dead end, you see the wall with like a snake symbol on it.
Yeah, because there was like Silas iconography there or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
here again. Huh.
And Ismark recall any of the quote unquote words or whatever that not Baby Yoda was saying?
Gotta go. Yeah. Roll me one of your modifiers, your mental modifiers.
Like to recall information.
Yeah, because like in the moment, he stopped what he was saying and it was muttering. So this is just giving you essentially additional information, nothing you actually had at that time.
Yeah, I guess it's probably intelligence based then, I guess. I'm not helping myself by saying that. Oh, history, right? That's history. It's history.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
It's not a good modifier. A 10.
A 10? You remember, kind of all in the commotion, just like a whisper of him saying like, "You'll get yours," as he's talking to the wall.
Oh, okay, so he was speaking in common now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I relay this to them.
You'll get yours.
Yeah, it sounds like he was actually having a conversation with someone.
And not speaking to a wall.
While speaking to a wall. Yeah. Or in the to a wall, in the direction of a wall.
If possible, let's see what I have in my bag here. I'd like to take out my crowbar and tap the wall in a few places, see if it's making any sort of hollow sound.
Oh, I thought you were like fucking taking it to it.
I'm just tapping it, seeing if it's hollow or anything.
You start tapping. It sounds pretty shift, and then there's a spot where you just hear, like it echo.
Ah, there.
Did you find the spot?
The spot, it sounds... there's an echo to it when I clang. Here, let me do it again. Kai will tap that area a second time.
Like a hollow sound? Is that what it's saying?
Partially, not
I know you said
completely.
echo, but
Yeah, partially, but not completely.
is it also possible that Silas has some sort of like monitoring system and they're just always listening outside of this building?
There is that possibility.
Maybe. But they like me, so I push the hollow button.
You push into the wall, and nothing happens. There's no like button or any give to it.
When Kilgore did that, I think Kilgore is one of the ones that got a bracer. Did it do anything?
Nope.
That was Silas, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm talking to this, correct?
You are.
Yeah, in common, as if he was, I think it was a he, as if he was having a conversation with somebody.
Okay. Detect magic.
Okay. No magic.
Just no.
Alright.
Except for my chain shirt.
Yeah.
Nope, doesn't even register as magic. You got ripped off.
So it's just a wall.
With some
Are you
sort of
knocking
honeypot.
around some more?
I'll keep knocking.
Am I gonna break this thing to the ground?
On the inside, yeah.
Well, okay, so Kai, you keep going around and you hear other spots that are hollow. It's not like a whole section of it. It's just like certain spots, and you notice that like as you look at the kind of the symbol on it, it's around like where the nose indentions are, or you kind of look around closer, and there's just like this kind of like. It seems like a different kind of stone that it's more porous. Yee.
If Bismarck is seeing some of these things because
Yeah.
Kai is drawing attention to it,
Yeah.
does it match the stone we saw that kind of trickled in from the tree striding thing?
No, no. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, okay.
No, that stone matched up with the pavement of the outside of the tree.
Okay.
Yeah, that was more important, showing that was towards Ithaca, until y'all jumped to Ithaca. But I want whoever wants to roll intelligence roll, and if you guys want to find some sort of modifier that you think as you're kind of investigating this as well, or trying to figure out what the actual mechanism of this wall. Yeah.
Could
Go.
I
Help Cadmus?
Could I help? Yeah, I was about to say, could I help them feel along and try to investigate to find anything? Like,
Yes.
investigation check?
And then you're getting help action from Ismark. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
Ismark is going off about this crazy old bat he knew named Fiona back home that did all kinds of sketchy stuff that he's providing us.
All right. And let's see. And is BB giving guidance?
Yeah. To everyone, whoever's rolling.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All right. So advantage and a D4. Well, thank you for the advantage because otherwise it was a 1. 13, 2, that's a 21 total.
What? A 21?
Yeah, 13, 2, and my 6 modifier.
Gotcha. You can tell that as I kind of talked about this echo. It's like if you had spoken into like a tube.
Okay.
And it's not just one tube, it's like a series of them kind of ending at this wall.
So this wall is the central focus of a network of tubes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because she's not that small, I am going to try and summon Ember inside one of the tubes.
It
I thought you were
doesn't
gonna
work.
say stuff the crab in there. That's just like
No, because
you monster.
no, because I actually don't have to see where I'm summoning her as long as it's within 30 feet of me.
Yeah, but you still need to know where you need space to summon it. It just doesn't. It just like
We're just
fucking.
like a
Yeah,
wall.
X-Men, man. You could end up in a wall and die. No.
It's
No,
not. These tubes
like-
are not big. These.
Nightcrawler he needs to know where he's going.
It's not about seeing or knowing that there's space there, but the ability to have the space for Ember is not there.
Oh yeah, no, that I fully get. That's why I said I was. That's why I said I was attempting.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm kind of feeling that fail.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing with your crab right now?
Fucking just slam it against the wall. Get in there.
No,
Get in there.
You see Ember like disappear from my shoulder and then like phase in partially on my shoulder, and you might see like a small flash from one of the tubes, and then she fully reapparates on my shoulder. All right, well apparently they're not crab size.
Kilgore, you said these folk like you. What if you just like say hello to it?
Hello, hello, hello. That's me echoing in the tube.
I was about to say.
That's just Kilgore speaking.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I really want it to be just Kilgore being like, this sounds cool.
You hear a hello, hello, hello back in your voice.
Wait.
No one answered.
I think that's called an echo. Or wait, can we hear it or just him? That's actually pretty relevant.
Just depending who's been like
Right
close
in
enough.
the right spot.
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't hear it, I assume, but Kilgore does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are the stones we've identified as being like covering these tubes, are they able to be removed if we try it?
You're gonna need some tools. I would say like lockpicking tools. It's been formed in there. And I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's just gonna be very difficult to do that.
If only we knew someone good with lockpicking tools. But they seem to have closed their eyes and ears.
We know Ismark's got a crowbar. We try to use it at the spa.
You could try it.
No, the last time I used this, we had to run away and we got in a fight.
Oh, is it bad luck?
Maybe. Here.
Well, Kai, perhaps if maybe your friends would let us in if you asked, or are you still trying to lay low with your old group?
We have a BRB from Kai.
Oh, I thought I saw Kai was back. Solomon asked that. Commercial break.
Nope. In Discord, they're muted and deafened.
Sorry, I'm on my phone Discord, so I can't switch through all that so quick.
No worries.
Cadmus, you got nothing magical from this.
Nope, this is purely mechanical.
So yeah, exactly. So it makes me think that you just literally speak into this, and somebody or somebodies from who knows where or multiple locations can communicate back with the spot. But there's just nobody at the post right now, or they are ignoring us.
Very good
I would
assessments.
imagine the latter.
And likely listening right now.
I've assumed we've always been listened to. Since...
Sorry, I just read DL's chat. Don't take your time, we need thieves' tools.
Apologies, what did I miss?
Ooh.
We
lot
were
of juicy stuff.
considering trying to dislodge these rocks blocking the tunnels, but it requires a certain, finesse that we think you might excel in.
Oh, that's something I can do, certainly.
If we think this is a good idea.
I don't think one step ahead. So I think it sounds like a great idea.
I'm right there with you. I'm just trying to learn from my mistakes.
Well, before we try, I guess maybe this would be D&D appropriate, like Jimmy and the lock. Kai, I think this might be something where they're waiting for friendly voices to be heard coming home. Do you think you could see if your friends Reggie? Yeah, Reggie, right? No.
No, Reggie is Mark's friend, yeah.
Yeah. I just wrote Kai's friends, and I have Reggie and Bob next to that, and I don't think those are related.
Archibald and Brutus?
Yeah. Archibald, okay. Arch. Yes. Perhaps if you asked, they'd let us back in, or I was wondering if you were just trying to lay low from your group. Prefer not to.
As much as I want to stay away from my old life, the more I am here in Ithaca, the more that seems. As such, if it's what needs to be done, I suppose I must do it. Kai I will go up to the wall and speak into one of the porous stones. Good evening. Is anyone there?
No answer.
Wait, what did he say? You'll get yours? The deacon person?
What was it? Was it?
He said, like, you'll get yours in a threatening manner.
Mm-hmm.
I could attempt that.
Well, or what if we just say we want to help with your Grego problem?
Good work.
Hi, you said that you had.
Wait, did you want that
left-
to be? I thought he was like saying it hypothetically. Did you want to speak into the?
But
Ismark is willing to. He was trying to run it by the group first,
Right,
though.
right. That's what I thought was going on.
Solomon, you were about to suggest something as well?
I just had a thought. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you had, I believe, fallen out of the fold with your old family, if you had said correct, or if I'm remembering correct.
I did leave an old group of thieves, yes.
Your leader's name was Mama, was that correct, I believe? Or
Mother, yes.
well, I think all mothers like to know when their children are home. Why don't you try telling your mother you're back? See what she says.
Combine two of your suggestions into one?
He kind of like does that little open hand spread, like, please, do
Alright.
as you.
It's Kai. I've come to help with the problem from Deacon. I have a few friends who might be able to help. And Kai spoke that into the stones. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that before.
No answer. No. I knew. I got you.
Yeah.
No answer.
We can, try again later, tomorrow, some other time.
Yes, either no one is home, or kind of looks at Kai a little concerned, or maybe you've fallen further out of favor than even you realized. Let's hope it's the former.
I knew I fell far out of favor. I realized it was quite this bad.
I'm gonna gestures for you to step away from the stone for a second.
Alright.
Maybe kind of shifts to the other side of the alley, convinced they're kind of far away from the poorest one, and goes, are you concerned at all for your old friends, Archibald and the other one that Solomon names by name?
Brutus.
Thank you.
Of course.
There it is.
I know they can handle themselves. They were acquaintances of mine back when I was, I don't want to say a less noble person. I consider myself noble. They were good friends back in those days, but we've grown apart during the days since. But I think they should be able to handle themselves, and I know they can distance themselves from me. They need not know of all the exploits we're pulling.
If Mother found that they had offered you shelter prior to you maybe trying to make amends, you don't fear for their fear or reprisal to them, or as you say, is it they know the risks with the life?
They know the risks that come with this line of work. Never been easy. Never been one to help save a life, really.
It's kind of like solemnly, like respectfully about. Well, I'm out of ideas for now.
Yeah, let's go to the safe house.
Okay.
All right.
Where we'll look at Cadmus's book and bunker down for the night.
Sounds good.
All right, you'll head back.
Can we scan for wires? If possible.
You find a tin can with a string on it.
I got it. I cut the string.
You cut the string.
not gonna
Freaking
bother to feed
piano
it
falls
false
down. No, I'm just kidding.
information.
You're good.
Quite a prank from those two. Are they here, by the way?
No. They left a note. Hey, Kai, if you ever come back, please make sure you clean the dishes you use. Remember, we only have one bowl and 2 forks. It's an easy number to remember.
Damn it.
If you're gonna eat any food, please restock the fridge. Thanks. Love ya. Brutus and... Oh, you just said his name. I wanted to say... Archibald.
Yeah, I got it.
I love how none of us can remember their names.
I almost said Albert, but...
Albert.
You know, the classic kerfuffle of Archibald and Albert. Okay, yeah. Nothing really happens. Cadmus, are you looking like yourself?
Nope, I have been under disguise self this entire time.
Good. When you have to go to back to the place, you all pass the guild and you see some people running around with a what's it called?
Which guild?
Oh, you know, Mortimer.
Thought so, I just wanted to make sure.
It just took me a while to get that name out.
Alright, so there's people running around and everything?
Say that one more time?
You said there's people running around by Mortimer?
Yeah, yes. It's like people just looking out for a fire genasi.
Yep. Well, right now
They're
Cadmus
on
is
the
doing...
There's like they've already got flyers printed out. Something Ismark could have like, hey, where'd you get those flyers? Kind of thing.
Yeah, for the watermark.
Yeah.
Cadmus right now is doing the don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I put it in chat a little bit ago, but he used this guy's self to make him look like what I said was an inconspicuous human of House Alabaster.
Very inconspicuous. All right, sounds good.
Like bland, like this, like the person that you walk past them in a crowd and when thinking back, you can't even remember like their face. It's just so generic.
Mayonnaise. I remember that.
Huh?
Mayonnaise. Everything.
Call them the Gray Men in Wheel of Time.
Oh.
They're assassins because you don't pay attention to them.
Hell yeah.
That's actually pretty awesome.
Okay. Let's see. What else do we got?
I'll take first watch.
Well, when we get back, Cadmus is gonna use my second to last spell slot to use Detect Magic one more time, just to make sure that there's nothing in the hideout.
Weren't we gonna look at the book more too?
That's what I'm preparing for. I want to make sure there's nothing here.
He's our resident conspiracy person. He's like checking all the walls for the government bugs every time we go to a hotel room.
Yep. So yeah, I'm using Detect Magic, seeing if I detect anything.
Roll me an investigation check along with that.
Okay. Do I get guidance from BB?
Yep.
Okay, I'm not using you because you rolled a 1.
Tension.
Well, your brother didn't do that better. He rolled an 8. So that's still a 17 because of BB's guidance.
No. Nothing else.
Okay.
No.
We'll change her.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than the chain shirt. And apparently, damn, he's deafened. I was gonna say, and apparently, Kilgore's Ring of 3 Wishes. Everything's fine.
Wait, doesn't Solomon have cool handcuffs now?
Oh yeah, Solomon does have cool
Oh, yeah.
handcuffs. Did you ever
Sorry,
put
so why are we talking about this?
because we were doing
What?
detect magic, and we're like
Yeah.
seeing what glows.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. I thought we were alone. Why are we handcuffing?
Wait, why are we handcuffing people? Are we handcuffing Cadmus? What the fuck? What's going
Yeah,
on?
exactly. I was
Level
like, what?
upgraded.
No, I thought Ismark went all like freaking,
Yo,
kill us next now that he's clearly an evil puppet.
Oh, not evil.
All right. Now that I'm sure that we're alone, I will pull out the book and kind of set it on the central area. All right. So, the book is the book is damaged. It was that way when I woke up. But first off, it appears to belong to someone whose name starts with Garr. As I pull it open, and the first page literally says "property of Garr," and then the rest of the page is torn out, including the rest of the name.
And are there like periods after each letter?
Mm-mm.
No, they're not. Okay. Like that's a name.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's a decently thick book, but you do see that a lot of the probably not most, but a lot of the pages are torn out or damaged or something.
Adrian, on the first page that has GARR, based on like the spacing, on oh god, what's it called? The layout on where GARR is and what's torn off and remaining. Can Solomon make some kind of educated guess, like how many letters potentially are cut off?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, is that what we're to understand? The name is torn in half or something?
Well, I mean, it sounds like a lot is, but specifically, yeah.
Yeah, you probably get a good check, and you think this is only the
Okay.
first name to the rest of his name. It's not all on the same line. The line that would have held the second name, is gone completely from the rip.
Okay.
So
But it looks like Gar is a complete first name.
no.
No.
No. He's saying that's part of it, and then there was probably letters to the first name, and then and then a second name as well, missing from that headline. Essentially, is what I picked up from Adrian. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cool. That's
Gar
exactly what I thought.
something.
Three more letters.
Oh, the first name would have 3 more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That rules out field.
On it.
Not Hangman. And then 3 more letters, and then a last name of indeterminate number of letters. Or could it? Well, no, it's all missing.
Ismark flips the next page.
And Solomon realized that all to you, Cadmus. Everything he picked up.
Yep. You say Cadmus pull out a second journal and and there are other notes, I imagine, but they're incomplete and like mostly assumptions. But realistically nothing of consequence or material.
Now, Cadmus, I could go and ask Reggie if he knows a gar or something, but like, how tight-lipped do you think we need to be about this?
Well, I'll put it this way. What I was reticent to say in the restaurant. People died over this.
Yeah. Okay.
Quite
Do
a
you
few.
think this is why you are being hunted?
This is one of the reasons. One of the other reasons is you already know about the book. You might as well know about this. Apparently, I used to be on level 4 of Ithaca in House Mortimer, and I apparently led some sort of revolt against, like, taking part of House Mortimer against part of House Mortimer. And apparently my side lost. Badly. People died, and this was part of it. People died, and I was apparently, best way to put it, removed from the equation. However, whoever was supposed to, I assume, kill me, suppose didn't do their job fully. I woke up on the beach, so I suppose they probably sunk the ship. Or sunk a ship with me on it.
Ismark nods.
Probably assume that, well, I'd go down with the ship, and I didn't. But the memory's gone, so they might as well have done their job.
Okay, well, I think it best I don't go around asking about this book. I'll leave that.
I believe that would be best. Also, avoid House Mortimer and avoid any talk of a fire genasi in your midst.
Noted.
And I'm going to avoid any shops where they have the anti-magic field up, including the bathhouse. As I can't hold the disguise in there.
Did the bathhouse do that?
Yes.
It was past the what's it called? Not the actual entrance, the foyer, but going into the bathhouse because it would stop peeping toms and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, right.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's take a closer look at this book.
Yeah. So like, it's out in the open. I'll flip to everybody and and try to spend the next while. Since it's like kind of early evening. Spend a good while trying to figure anything out with it. Get clues on the shorthand and stuff.
Solomon will help you since he's kind of started with that code breaking
All
kind
right.
of point now. Yeah, this is what I found.
Here's how I'll play it out. This will be like a skills challenge. Y'all won't be able to probably complete it tonight. But the
Okay.
more you'll get one attempt per night, and then every success will go towards it. Failures will just leave you a little bit more confused than you were before, depending on the failure. It may cause you for the next round to have it with disadvantage and so things like that. You get a crit. You get a crit. That's a 2 success. You get a crit fail. You just fail, and then next time you just have a disadvantage.
Alrighty then.
Tell me what y'all are using, and y'all each get 1 roll with this. We'll say this is going to take like 2 hours amongst all whoever's joining. So y'all just kind of like getting red yarn and a wall with like tack or something, and just start putting up notes to figure things out. But yeah, I guess let's start with Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Just what's it called? Just tell me what y'all are using.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like in terms of a skill, or
Mhm.
I'd like this to be kind of investigation to look for patterns, or Arcana to see if there's any. Since this is House Deacon and they work with like pacts with Beyond, yeah, might be anything like that. But I imagine for at least a first check, investigation would probably be better. Because looking for patterns.
All right. Go ahead and roll that.
And do I get Bella?
No, this is gonna be
Okay.
more like no. This is more over time instead of it just be immediate. And since you're all focusing on it, you would probably
Alright.
yeah.
Awesome. Love it. Oh shit, that's a natural 18. For a 24 total. And then just to burn some inspiration, let's throw a D8 on top of that. That's a 1. Okay, so but that's still 25.
All right, that's a success. Yeah, I'll mark it down. You start like assisting in what was already there with what Solomon had spoken about. You start writing down what clumps of symbols and letters that you think might be something. Okay, who else wants to go?
I'll take a whack at it, I guess.
All right.
I guess I'll do an intelligence as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're just
you
seeing.
get the sense like he's like when a teacher's way far ahead of the student, and he's just kind of like nodding along, probably like totally, I see, yeah.
Every time you're about to find something, Cadmus finds it before you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like halfway through. I'm like, I'm no help for this guy. I just am trying to keep up so I can help him next time and not be a detriment.
Gotcha.
And also, I picture, just because it's funny to me in my head, like it's when he's trying to do it, Xiaohua keeps fucking getting in the way.
Oh no, Xiaohua gets in the way because she's chasing Ember around the place.
Doesn't matter. Yes.
All right. Any else want to take a roll at this?
I would actually like to take a crack at this. Could I make the argument of, instead of rolling intelligence, could I attempt to roll wisdom, more applying what I know of ciphers due to my experience with Thieves' Cart?
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, lovely.
Just pitch the skill, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. That will be a 17.
Nice. That's a success. You assist in connecting some stuff, and you think you've eliminated like 2 potential keys that you know of from a list, and you're still working on to seeing if there's any other keys that can work.
Excellent.
I might have one.
All right.
I'm thinking of using. This is a bit of a stretch.
All right. Tell me what you got.
Classic me.
Classic King.
Using that insight skill to sort of like base it off of how well I know Cadmus, sort of like how I think he would put this into a code. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. Go ahead and roll.
I I'm actually very curious about this.
Do
Yeah, that was a
we
good sales pitch. I like it.
do we guide
Yeah.
this?
No,
Do I
no,
guidance
that's one.
myself?
Can't wait. You have guidance too, don't you?
I have guidance.
You can guidance yourself.
For 2
Yeah.
hours.
You just tap. Pa,
Yeah.
pa, pa.
Tapping yourself every minute.
You got this. You got this.
I got this. I got this.
Just carrying
23.
a little thing of Red Bull.
Holy shit.
I know you so well.
Apparently.
This is not a success, and here's why. You find out that it's not just potentially Cadmus's handwriting, but a group of individuals writing into this ledger.
Fuck.
And you,
That is good.
it is good, yeah, but it is not towards something that could finish the cipher, yeah. You know that there's like addendum. You notice that there's some of the cipher is like crooked and kind of like pops off to the side, and it's like it looks like it's like an addendum or like a note to that note kind of thing. So and it doesn't like match up with the symbol that was written to the symbol that's like the symbols that are jutting out from it.
You're literally describing my note-taking process.
Adrian rolls insight on pink. All right.
Bismarck would like to intimidate this book.
Okay.
I mean, persuade it.
Tell me your
deceive it.
secrets.
Oh, these are all my skills. Crap.
I
I'll
had
look
that.
for
Oh.
I'll look for religious. Or actually, no. What I'd prefer, and it's not a skill check. You gave a simple direction. Tell me on the skill, but I'm gonna try to look for like infernal. Infernal's a language, as Mark knows. Coincidentally, he learned it when he took a dark power suddenly. But, could Ismark just look for like traces of infernal, like the language in the book?
There is a page, and I think I can't. Cadmus, what languages do you have? Because I remember you know.
I only speak Common and Primordial, but I do have Comprehend languages,
All right.
which is kind of how I make up for it.
I think because. Interesting. Give me a second. Let me think about this.
I also have quite a few languages.
First wizard I play that only has 2 languages.
Okay, JJ, you just made a Gaston reference, and I have like a running joke with my wife because Gaston is my favorite Disney character.
Okay.
Weird.
It's like I've had the stone and just the facet got shifted, and I now see you in a completely new light.
Mine's Aladdin.
That's like reasonable.
Yeah, that's
Gaston
good,
is less reasonable.
I know.
See, I always pictured you
I
as
disagree.
like good neutral or something. Now I just don't know about you
The
anymore.
Gaston thing really throws people.
You're secretly a villain. That's all it tells me.
All right. With your infernal.
You can still have me roll something. I'm happy to roll something. My skills are.
Or pooey. Let's see.
I sent you something.
Me?
I didn't like it.
No, Dave.
Oh. I'm gonna say no for the infernal. I found a spot.
No, I can't check for it, or no, I don't.
No, you don't find anything, so I won't let you roll on it. Because then if you roll a nat 20, I don't know how to fib a success.
No, I was just clarifying that you were allowing me to look for infernal,
Mhm.
or saying no, choose a different skill.
No, I was allowing you to look for infernal, but there's nothing there. I was trying to look through what it could be, but
No, that totally works. That's kind of cool because like there's an element of skill challenge, and then there's also an element of like we're still gaining information about the book. So it's cool.
Okay, cool. I don't know what Baby would do.
She would sing it in the form of a song using the performance skill as a bard would. And hopefully the natural rhythm of the song would decipher the code. Because she's just that talented.
Baby does have pretty good perception for like, you know, like, or maybe like looking for.
Oh my god, that's cursed, JJ. You know what? I'm gonna let BB pass. I don't know what to do.
Oh, Baby succeeds?
No, pass. Like, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, okay. Baby's just cheering everybody else on.
BB had a long day.
I have perception. Have we used that?
Well, only one check per day.
Oh no.
Yep.
All right. But yeah, we've done that. Anything else y'all want to do?
No.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I've got.
Yep. Think so.
All right.
I believe I'm good.
Y'all take rotations. Nobody disturbs you in the night. No floating letters. Go ahead.
I wanted to have a sidebar with Ismark.
Go ahead.
So I'd take watch with him.
Let me get back in the zone. My mom just texted me that a certain baseball team's pitcher is throwing a perfect game right now, and it threw me out of my.
Oh, and Gaston gifts were getting me in the wrong frame. Yeah, I'm going.
Stretching out a little bit, getting my mind right. Okay. Ready.
I think it's probably just like really awkward, maybe, but it's just like at some point, because he's just kind of glaring at you, and he's been kind of glowering and keeping his eye on you very noticeably, probably to you the whole time since we talked earlier. And kind of gestures to you and says, "How are you feeling? Any better? Worse?"
I feel fine. I do. Really, I don't feel any different right now.
That's how I think it started for me too. You still have what I gave you, right?
Yes. Why? Are you feeling different?
Kind of shakes his head, kind of goes up to his chest where he kind of keeps the other wooden sticks under his cloak. Taps them from where he kind of gave something to you. And he goes, "Because I've got plenty of them. And if, just like I told you, if you have to put me down, you do it. But if I have to put you down, I'll do it."
I wouldn't expect anything different. You know that.
Kind of maybe takes a deep breath and maybe lets out all of his tension and just goes, "When you made this deal, what were your terms? Or did you just sign a blank check?"
Possibly. Yeah, there wasn't much of a conversation. There wasn't much of a negotiation. You were there
when I took it. I just skirted around you, May, and not as you all were handling your business. I made my way within and tried to shuffle away without raising a stir, but that didn't exactly work, as you know.
Gifts are never free.
No, especially there.
He kind of looks down at where his arm is with the tattoo and kind of flexes his fingers unconsciously, kind of glowering at it. Kind of looks back to you and says, "What I was given unwillingly, and I try to use these sparingly for the exact fear that you've kind of been confirming in your experience, seeming to, I don't know if lose control is right, but you say you feel something else pressing there in the back of your mind now."
I do. Yeah.
And you only keep using these to protect others, and then they'll go stronger and stronger. One day, I fear you won't even be there anymore.
And vice versa. It's one of the reasons I've tried to stay close to you. It's more than just a promise to not in May. I know that you'll do what's necessary, and that I will do what's necessary.
Good. Kind of probably nods, and I don't know if we start a fire, but I think that's kind of when he just kind of
Pokes the fire.
no, just kind of like looks back into it like that's we both know we got guns on our holsters, kind of a thing. Sitting there while everyone else is fucking sleeping.
The tattoos, what's their significance?
Mine or yours?
Yours.
I couldn't tell you. I kind of rotates his arm. Says, as I said before, I think this is a brand of some kind. I seem to channel my abilities through it. Although this isn't the only marking I have. Though those I don't know if are of the same nature. He kind of gestures to his upper torso, kind of indicating like a very large portion of it.
They came after the and Nesmar kind of like points at one of his canine teeth. They came after.
I don't. Adrian, as I wrote it, I don't think so. The upper torso one, or some. I don't know. The short answer, I think, is he doesn't know. I think is what he tells me. There you go.
Which one was the upper torso? What I came back when you said that, but I don't know what we're referring to.
I wish I had my old computer. I can like resend it to you. It's that large kind of mural.
Are you talking about your markings?
Yeah, like on it, but the ones on his chest there.
Oh, okay. I can look that up. I have images. I have the reference photos.
Yeah. It's great. He'll show you just so I guess there's it takes up like 2/3 of his kind of torso, and actually it looks like a spoked wheel, that kind of maybe is centered, I guess probably off to the left a little from the middle of the chest, and kind of ends in these kind of prongs, and then there are little dashes kind of underneath that towards the inner spoke. And the inner spoke is actually not a complete spoke. It's one line that goes around and then kind of opens into like a Y that's eating the beginning of the line. And then what was the third thing? Oh, and then there seems to be maybe some other stuff underneath, but he kind of covers up as he kind of starts to get that you're kind of maybe examining them.
Oh, certainly. It looks ritualistic or religious.
I had the same thoughts.
They say the wheel turns as the wheel wills.
Well, people say a lot of dumb stuff. It sounds smart.
Ain't that the truth? There's something else. Something I should have said a minute ago. At the temple. It asked me if I could withstand the true power of storms. And that it offered me that power. That I would have a name for myself as a storm. But then it finished with, at least while you can survive. I think I've got a ticking clock.
Say so, Ismark, and forgive me for poking you in this way. I don't mean to kick a man while he's down, but I don't know of many storms that protect people.
Maybe if the storm grows too large, no. But so far, it has been able to. A controlled storm has been able to protect. I have done so. You've seen me do it. I just have to stay in control.
You better
You
work
know-
on it then.
You know I'm a willful son of a bitch.
I don't think he knows how to really respond to that. He's just got a lot of wheels turning. But kind of maybe to change the subject. My tattoos, do they look any familiar to you? Do you see the symbol or anything in your portion of the temple? I have to admit, I didn't really wander around much in that place.
I saw some murals and the like. Yeah. Any triggers, Adrian? Anything about this tattoo trigger a memory or something?
I never thought about the tattoos connecting to anything, so I'm gonna say no for now.
I'd say that it does.
Apologies, JJ.
Hold on, I'll send you something.
Sometimes things like this take on a meaning as you experience more. Also, that pitcher just gave up a hit. There's no longer a perfect game.
You jinxed it by talking about it. You know the rule.
I mean, I didn't mention the team. I didn't mention the pitcher.
Doesn't matter.
I thought I was
Doesn't
safe.
matter. You
JJ
don't
knew.
look at 'em, you don't
JJ
say a
knew what
word.
team it was.
You fucked up.
Well, then it's my mom's fault.
No, you said the word. You don't say it.
To an audience of 7. Look at all 7 of us.
What? It
Baseball
was
gods are
3 a
always
second
listening.
ago. Hey, Mom.
Mom's too busy.
She's yelling at her TV. Why did my son say it? He said it.
Has the baseball game and the stream on next to each other.
But yeah, I think unless you got more for him, he's probably.
No, and
Just gonna watch you.
Ismark is content allowing conversations just to kind of slow to a silence.
Over the sound of the crackling fire and
Mhm.
the probably like purring Shalqua. Intense glare down.
All right, am I good to go to the next day, or does anybody other than the 2 that have spoken want to do anything during their watch, conversation-wise?
I'm good.
Same here.
Was that a yeah from Cadmus?
Yes. Sorry,
Okay.
Didn't realize I was muted.
Okay, so next day happens. Those of you know, and today everything's getting done for with the loan and such. So
Tectorate is gonna be in business. Gotta go pick up the keys. Gotta pick up some commissions I had made at the calligraphers and the smiths.
awesome. Does anyone need to do anything in town, or in this level as well?
I think I did. I forgot what the.
Kilgore, you wanted to go to the flower shop.
Oh, yes, I did. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, no worries. You reminded me of the wall.
Wow, what a dynamic duo.
The 2 posh-voiced ones.
Okay, yeah, you go to the flower shop and what you looking for?
You had mentioned
Mm-hmm.
that on our way to the original bathhouse that I had noticed something in a window.
Yeah.
I think it was something from home,
Mm-hmm.
or at least reminiscent of that. I was wondering if it's still there, or when looking into that.
You walk into the shop, or you see through the window that it is in fact still there. You enter, and at a closer look, it looks a bit different than what you had remembered.
How so?
Well, you can cross-pollinate plants, so it's like it was a descendant. So this just looks like a very similar species to the one that you had, but somebody else kind of manufactured it to look like this through cross-pollination.
Health-wise, how's it doing? Actually, I'm kind of curious.
Oh, it's doing all right. Not so. Gosh. It doesn't seem like it's in bloom. It doesn't look like it's standing on its own. It looks like it's naturally droopy. From what the shop owner, Cathilda, tells you that it just seems like this they call it the sleepy dream. That's what they call it. And it's this purple petaled plant or a flower that has these like almost like this purple greenish not leaves but more like It looks like large blades of grass kind of coming out of it as well. And yeah, it just seems like it just naturally droops down, at least from what Cathilda has been telling you.
Cathilda, was it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I noticed this in the window. Where exactly did you get your hands on this?
Oh, a traveler brought it with them. It was into it's nothing I've seen on my own. It's just been it's something new. I've never seen one before. But he said he passed up an island on the way over here and just kind of grabbed a couple and thought it might be useful. I haven't been able to check anything out, but it does sure look pretty.
I agree. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just it's quite odd to see here. An island you mentioned.
Yeah.
Did he mention to say where?
Didn't much ask, unfortunately. I just kind of just saw it and was willing to part with it. Or he was willing to part with it, and I had some coin, and I thought maybe I could make some more of these, and I have. I've been able to sell these very unique plants.
Did you perhaps know his name or anything about him?
Nah, funny fella. He had he didn't have an eye patch, more just a bandage across his part of his face, and large toothy grin. He little orc fella, and yeah, he had bandage over his eye, black hair, a bit of a odor to him. Was like kind of sweet, but it seemed like it was mixed with something else. I don't know, but also there's so many scents in this kind of building, and yeah, he did come from House Bragdon.
Oh, that is good for me. Thank you.
Yeah, no, of course. Are you wanting to buy something here? Can I help you look for anything? Yeah.
Sorry, I just accidentally closed like 8 tabs. It was all my D&D shit. God damn it.
You're just trying to do one, and just all 10 of them gone.
Yeah, accidentally. God
If
damn
you're
it.
using Chrome, do Control-Shift-T. It'll reopen close.
Thank you. Oh, I did not like that opening Roll20. I guess I'm curious as to how much you would be willing to take for it.
Just 7 copper pieces.
Ooh. That's quite a surprise. Do I hope I have 7 copper. Where's my character sheet?
Did you give it all away?
That's what I'm thinking. I gave a substantial amount of money away. I have 8 copper. Okay.
8 copper?
Skogor the only one.
8 copper.
8. Okay, well, how lucky.
Yeah.
Skogor, are you alone in the shop?
I did go alone. Yeah. Okay. I'll hand her the gold, copper. Also, just a little tip here: if you have left it out of the sunlight, it would have grown a little bit larger. Just a little heads up.
Oh, say that one more time.
If you had taken out of direct sunlight, because it was in the windowsill. But I suppose you wouldn't have known that.
Oh.
Anyways,
Yeah, she looks shocked.
I'll get it out of your. It's such a beautiful flower. Thank you for allowing me to purchase it.
Of course.
I will leave the store.
Awesome.
And I'm gonna put it in my bag. Also, weird little thing. I don't know if there's any unbloomed plants in her shop, but if I walk by flowers, they do bloom as I walk past them. It is an ability I have, apparently. On paper ability.
Awesome.
But as I don't know how to ask this in a question out loud or not. But I'll put the flower. Kilgore puts the flower away in his bag, and he's just sort of thinking to himself, like, how did something like that get here? That shouldn't be here. It's quite dangerous that it did. More important matters. And he will go back to the. Are we at the Rel hideout or?
No, this is the AB Kai hideout.
Oh yes.
The
He'll,
ABK hideout.
he'll make his way back towards there for the night.
All right. Anybody else?
Just the Protectorate stuff.
All right. I'm sending Pink a message.
Do you think you could,
I'm
Smart.
dead.
Yes.
do you think you could, as part of the Protectorate, have like some sort of a bunkhouse or something, some place for us to sleep that isn't here?
Yes, I've already made arrangements for a facility, and it does in fact have sleeping arrangements
Oh, wonderful.
on the second floor. It's pretty communal, though.
That's all right.
But that's what curtains are for, you know?
Indeed.
Also, Adrian, I'm just making stuff up right now, so if you want to veto these things.
I'm just gonna yes and all this shit until he says something ridiculous like, and it goes all the way to the top, baby.
And there's a slide.
I'm fine with the slide. It's just very shallow. It's like.
And it has a human trebuchet that takes you all the way to level 6 of Ithaca.
That's right. Yep. They thought there was only 5 levels, but there's a 6th.
Yep.
Okay, I will pick up the keys for the rent. Man, if I had gotten the full amount of the loan, I just would have bought this thing outright. That would have been dope. All right, I will.
The sacrifices of business.
I will set up to rent for 75 gold pieces every 10 days until I can purchase it. Maybe. Are they open to applying my rent towards a purchase after a period of
No.
a few 10 days? What's
No.
that called? What's the thing?
Rent to buy.
Yeah, is that what it is? That's not very creative.
Yeah, I know.
And then I would like I'm gonna try to fast track this since I drug us all through a banking episode last week. I would like to pick up 6 badges from the smithy,
Gotcha.
and they are in the shape of a shield and a lightning bolt on top of the shield. And I would like to pick up 6 sashes that go with the Protectorate colors, which are
Yeah, come on, Dave.
black and blue. Let me make sure there's no Ithaca houses already with black and blue. Purple, silver, black, red, yellow, orange, white, gold, brown, red, green, red, dark blue, red. That's okay. Beautiful. Black and blue. Like a navy blue. 100 flyers. And it's the flyer that I pinged. Where the heck did I do that? Oh, I know I have one in your DMs. Nope, no, I found it somewhere else. But the only difference is the flyer I just made up like an address of where you could find the headquarters. Now it'll, I know the specific.
Yes, and you
Um,
start zoning areas in Ithaca,
yes,
which will
yes.
its own
And-
episode by itself.
And I will hire an intern to mind the desk when we are out adventuring. And they're well, actually, how does that work? Because do I like need to find a guild list for this? Can I pull somebody up from level 0 so they get like a promotion but agree to work for me without being part of a guild? How does that work?
You would have to talk to. Oh, wow. Interesting. That's a good question.
Or do you not need to be guildless to take a job? Like could I just find a rel, dishwasher, and say,
I wonder
"Hey,
that myself too.
I've got a better job for you."
You can probably find some people either in Glandless, Juniper, or Rel, I think. Maybe you can convince a Bragdon, but
Yeah, just find somebody that's pretty fresh to Ithaca, if possible, and that just has a crappy job, and I'll just entice them over by giving them a job where they can sit down, put their feet up, And their instructions are to just be there to take complaints, tips. If anybody walks into the headquarters with information, they just note that information. That's their job.
gotcha. You don't want to interview these people, these lively characters.
Not on stream. I don't know.
Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
man, come on. Come
He got a loan from a bank. You're asking him to do work like that, vet his employees.
Come on, man.
I want to vet them,
Do it.
but not on everybody else's time.
I mean, you could make this like a council thing, and then what could you bring to the thing?
Yes.
Come on, man, do it.
I'm very low on pressure, and I can adapt to new social situations very easily.
I can
And the-
scribe
and the-
6
yeah,
words
my mom
per
told me-
minute.
Yeah, that should be it. Y'all, like the other players, the 4 players have to convince Ismark come up with random NPCs, and that way he's still interacting with everybody.
Yeah, exactly. You all have been given stat blocks for dishwasher, busboy.
Newbie soldier, farmer.
Is it minigame time?
And then I would actually like to seek out, once I kind of get established, I'd like to seek out Kilgore.
All right.
I need the notes on my phone. Kilgore.
Hello.
All right. You were the first to kind of encourage my pursuit of the Protectorate and helping the people here of Ithaca. And I would like for you to have a position within the Protectorate if you're so obliged.
Oh, I'm quite honored to be considered.
Ismark pulls out a badge, and it has the shield and the lightning bolt, but on the back there's a small little heart, kind of etched. I don't know, is etched the right word?
Mhm.
Onto it.
Ingrid.
And Ismark kind of holds it in the palm of his hand, like Frodo style with the ring, like protects the ring. Why are you walking around with the thing sitting in the palm of your hand, Frodo? Anyways, just kind of holds the badge, and before Kilgore says, "I would like to name you rather the heart of the Protectorate. You would be a champion of the people,
and you would help to seek out the injustice here in Ithaca.
I'm quite speechless. I suppose it's quite fitting,
I think
Not-
so.
not to toot my own horn or anything.
You
Thank,
have a compassionate heart, Kilgore. You would do well in this
Oh.
position.
thank you, Ismark. You're far too kind.
Ismark kind of gestures with the badge and Kilgore's clothing.
Iron
I
Man.
don't think you're just fur. Like, and kind of like a may I?
Of course.
And
He'll certainly kneel down. I don't know how tall
Yeah,
Ismark
yeah.
is.
And Ismark pins the badge onto Kilgore and says, "Oh gosh, I wanted to say arise, but that's." It says, "Welcome to the Protectorate. You are the heart of the Protectorate."
Do I also not tell people about this?
Your position is of a public nature. You may, if
Oh.
you so choose, announce yourself as such.
So now I can just do whatever I want now because I'm a heart.
In time, yes. But Kilgore, right now, the Protectorate is not an officially recognized organization. And therefore, at this moment, before we can grow it to be something larger, will really carry little weight in social circles.
I see. And it seems our first task was decoding Cadmus's notebook. So if anything, we're really just a book club so far.
I would actually argue that the Protectorate could be pretty heavily involved in the campaign against House Deacon, as they seem to um, commit, violence against those who are innocent.
That actually sounds like a pretty reasonable cause.
I agree, and they're I plan to get help for the cause in that way. But I wanted to talk to you first.
Thank you, Ismark. It truly means a lot to me.
Thank you for believing. I know it's kind of silly, but would you mind putting my badge on me?
Oh, can you not get it on? Here, let me help you.
Thank you.
Here, you have to push down on the little pin like this to get the needle out.
That it. I got a prick in my finger.
Yeah, and then I'll help you get it on.
And Kilgore, if you were to pay attention to it, on the back of this badge is a hand. And Ismark says, I am now the hand of the Protectorate.
So, do you offer people your hands?
No, I support the head of the Protectorate. That is my entire responsibility.
Wouldn't you be the spine?
Oh, that
If you
does make
protect
sense, but
the head.
I was just writing all of this down last night trying to come up with ideas. I didn't think of that one, but I think the hands might sound cooler.
Of course, I support any decision you make. You are very cool.
Oh, though I appreciate the kind words, I would value your scrutiny at times and being able to tell me if perhaps I'm not making wise decisions.
To be fair with you, I don't know how to be scrutinous.
Well, just truthful is all I ask.
do you suspect me of lying?
No, I don't, Skilgore.
I genuinely like it. I think hand is good. I think of it as maybe you're offering a hand to people,
Yes, I like that too.
which is sort of a whole thing, I think.
Thank you.
So we are supposed to seek out justice.
Yes, protects those that need protecting, enforce laws or codes that aren't going enforced, and at times to deliver justice to those that need it.
Isn't this sort of a lawless place, though?
Yes, it does seem to be, which sparked the idea of the protectorate.
Are you going to offer any more positions to any of our other friends, or?
Yes, I don't know if they will all accept. I know some have ambitions beyond, and they can still pursue those and be part of the protectorate, kind of like House Silas. But
Oh
yes,
yes, House Silas.
yeah, but we don't talk about it.
Oh yes, of course.
But yes, I do. I've made a bit of a note about each member of our party and what I think they would do well in for the protectorate. Just waiting for the the right moment, I think. Do you think I should wait or have like a big ceremony and do everybody?
I think that could be fun. A good opening ceremony for our new organization.
Yeah, okay. If everybody, if you could all gather around.
Right now.
Cadmus, who was
So good.
deep in his book. What?
Just gather around. We're gonna have a opening ceremony for the protectorate now that we have our headquarters.
Right.
All right. Give me just a minute.
Just
And
come on.
just a moment. If I don't put all this away, then somebody's gonna step on it and move some of my notes out of order.
It's very important and formal matter we need to attend to.
Oh, formal?
Gather
All right.
around. Yeah, everybody gather around.
Gather up all my stuff and head over.
As
I will do the same.
as the protectorate now has an official home, and you all, who I am honored to be in thy presence of on thy occasion, would like to extend thy gratitude of thyself in the form of formal positions within the protectorate. Kai, please step forward.
All right. I will do so.
Ismark kind of shuffles through his bag and pulls out a badge. And it's the shield with the lightning bolt. It's going to be on all of them. And on the back side is an eye, not the letter, like an eyeball. And he says, Kai, I would like to name you the Eye of the Protectorate, a champion of information. You will help seek out rumors and whispers of wrongdoings in the realm, if you so accept thy honorable position.
Rumors and whispers are something I wanted to look to. Yes, I believe I'd be up to the task. I will accept this duty gratefully. Thank you, Ismark.
Ismark is like trying to be very formal and serious,
But he can't help but like smile when Kai accepts like kind of a sense of relief and like pride. If I may, and he gestures to pin the badge onto Kai.
Certainly.
I don't know if my mic's picking it up, but I'm golf clapping.
Just barely.
Cadmus, please step forward.
Cadmus had been like leaning over, whispering something to Solomon. Just goes, oh, sorry. Steps forward.
Ismark shuffles into his pack and pulls out a badge. And on the back of this badge is a quill. And Cadmus, it is a great honor for me to offer you the position of the Ledger of the Protectorate, a champion of business. You seek and decide how the Protectorate will spend and earn its coin.
I lean,
If
I lean in and whisper to Solomon, or whisper to Ismark. Sure, you want me to be the one in charge of the money?
you will be the champion of business.
All right.
If I may, and gestures to pin the badge.
Sure.
Ismark pins it and gently pats Cadmus on the shoulder, and then golf claps.
Cadmus does a bit of a bow and then backs up. Thank you.
Ismark tries to hide his smile with a nod and return to his formality. BB, please step forward. We can do hers, again with her. This badge has a sword. And Ismark intends to pin BB as the sword of the Protectorate, a champion of justice. And finally, Solomon, please step forward.
I kind of moves over to you.
And I feel like as the ceremony goes on, Ismark loses more and more of his formality. Solomon, and he kind of starts to whisper, I know this isn't exactly your thing, but I would like to...
He corrects you. He goes, die.
Yes! Yes!
So good. So good.
Do-
Solomon, yes!
Do we?
Ismark nods like, oh yes, you're right. I know this is not thy thing, but I think you will like this. And then he kind of straightens back up to be more, for everybody. I would name you the unspoken of the Protectorate. A champion of deeds that must be done, you seek to enforce the codes that cannot be enforced publicly.
JJ has to say that. That's fucking cool. Okay. Yeah, Solomon just kind of like, he kind of a little smirk. He kind of was enjoying your little uncomfortableness, and just is like solemn again, and just kind of nods and holds out starts holding out his hand, but then realizes what you've been doing and kind of pulls it back and then just says, if you'll have me, then I will help as I can.
Ismark was kind of holding his breath because he wasn't sure if Solomon would kind of buy in, and has a sigh of relief upon hearing that, and he begins to whisper again. I did have a badge made for you. However, you will be operating primarily outside of the jurisdiction of the Protectorate on an official capacity. Understood?
Oh yeah.
So there is a badge. There's no emblems on the back of this badge. Just completely blank on the backside. It just has the shield and the lightning. I suggest when you're going about the needed business of the unspoken, you tuck that away.
Well, make sure I won't leave any marks or display any.
Ismark addresses the rest and says, "We will all be reporting to the head of the Protectorate. But I, as the hands supporting the head, will be the funnel for information that is to be brought to the head. No one else will speak to the head of the Protectorate but myself."
Wait, so who's the head of the Protectorate?
Ismark smiles wide and says, "There isn't one."
Ah, you cheeky bastard.
Does the Solomon nose tap that he's seen Solomon do on several occasions now.
Oh.
This concludes the formal opening celebrations of the Protectorate. Go forth and deliver protection, enforcement, and justice.
Ooh.
Is the intern there?
No.
Okay.
We're still doing backgrounds.
Okay.
Gotta check references.
All right. I guess that's all in the session.
Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah. Thank y'all for listening. Another chapter closing out. And I won't be here we won't record next weekend, but the following I might be able to. The 29th. But yeah, we'll see. We'll talk. But y'all have a great one. Bye.
Bye, Internet.
Bye.
Bunch of dummies.